Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Luna, she's with me right now. I'm sure if she could, she would say Happy New Year's Eve, everyone, as well. Oh, good, she's gonna lay down. We're taking a little Uncle Mike and Luna walk. I always come to this area here. It's really beautiful. This area we come to. I bring her as often as I can. See this big patch of grass? It's pretty large. This is the smallest one, and then there's two others right behind me. Behind me would be going south. Over here is west. If you can see, we're on some cliffs where I live. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the ocean's out there, and it's a beautiful view. So I come out here, I take my shoes off and walk barefoot. See, and I've been doing this thing that I heard about a while back called grounding yourself, walking barefoot on the earth. And oh yeah, it feels great. I like it. Luna, I know she loves it. She loves when I can't take her out here and we'd run around in the grass together and play. And she meets lots of other doggies and people, and everybody thinks she's so cute. I just gave her a little bath today, and then she got a blow dry after the bath. So I give her a bath every Sunday. Nice little warm bath, and she actually likes it. She doesn't fight me on it at all. At first, I think when she thinks she's going to go in the bathtub, it kind of gets her a little, anxious. But then once I set her in that warm water, oh, this little one, she relaxes. Oh, little one. Hi, Luna Bell. I call her Luna Bell. Her name's Luna. I call her Luna Bell. B-E-L-L-E, Bell, which means beauty, right? Luna. So what is it? Luna Bell would mean beautiful moon. Beautiful moon, right? That's what her name would mean if you translate Luna Bell. But anyway, I wanted to wish you all a happy New Year's Eve, you guys. And I don't know what 2023 was like for all of you. Excuse me. Got an itchy on my nose. I don't know what Luna's hairs get all over my face and in my nose and everything. But I don't know what your 2023 was like. I mean, I know some of you, and we communicate back and forth sometimes. Sorry, I'm switching hands here. Hope I'm not getting you guys dizzy. My arm's getting tired. I recently tore something in my shoulder, my right shoulder, which is crazy because earlier this year in March, around March of 2023, I tore my rotator cuff in my left side. I tore my rotator cuff. I tore my labrum and my bicep tendon. All that tissue was connected, and I don't know how I did it. I tore it working out somehow, but I'll tell you, that really changed everything I do as far as physical fitness goes, and even the way I breathe. It just kind of like was the kickstart, I guess. When you if you've ever jumped on a trampoline when you were a child, you always wanted to jump and see how high you could get. So in order to launch really high, you got to go to your extreme lowest, right? When you're on a trampoline, the higher you want to go, the lower you got to go. And I really it's not fun to go through the low parts, that lead you to the high, the ascension. It's not fun to descend before ascending. And it seems like it's just something that in my personal life anyway, it seems like it happens over and over and over again. I go through something extreme, scary, painful, all of the above, you know, hurtful, and then its intention, when that happens, the intention is it's like a launching pad. So I suppose that's what I was trying to say earlier, a launching pad. So that tear in my shoulder, those tears, it was terrible to go through it, but it was like a launching pad because it changed everything. Even my diet changed, you know, kind of. I mean, I had started in 2022, I started doing something called the carnivore diet, although I'm not following anybody's diet per se, but I just started eating that way. And you can look up carnivore diet on your own. I'm not going to explain it right now. But anyway, it changed me. That diet changed me, changed everything. I stopped drinking completely back in 2021, July of 2021. So it's been almost 2.5 years now. And alcohol, the desire for it actually left me. I can say I quit drinking, I suppose, because I don't drink anymore, but I have zero desire for it. It just left. Almost like when you hear in the Bible about people getting I don't want to say exercise, like exorcist, but I mean, it's kind of what it is, exorcised of a demon, getting free, delivered from, you know, possession. And I felt like I just got delivered from the desire for alcohol. And I don't condemn alcohol use or look down at other people that drink or anything like that. I'm just saying it changed my life personally for me. And now with the way I eat, it's just crazy. You know, I don't know. It's been an amazing adventure. Had a lot of painful things happen in 2023, like we all did and do. But I got to tell you, those painful things were kind of like resistance in my life. And you know, when you're in the gym and you put resistance against your muscles, and this time under tension thing, which, I mean, I do extreme time under tension, meaning I go ultra slow. I've made videos in the past kind of showing this new way I started working out, but those videos don't even, it's nothing compared to the direction I've now gone in. And I haven't made videos about, you know, these different ways of exercising and the time under tension that I use. I haven't made any recent videos. I'm just kind of like not in the mood to do that right now for some reason. But doesn't mean that I won't in the future. I just don't like filming myself at the gym. You know, I don't like it. I'm not really comfortable with it, or having somebody else film me. It's not really who I am. But you know, I don't mind. I mean, I obviously make films here on my channel, and not that and again, I'm not Mr. wanting to be on camera, honestly. You know, I'm not. So, but I don't. It doesn't bother me either to be. So, I just don't like look forward to it. Like, oh, I can't wait to get on camera. You know. And so anyway, learned a lot this year about things in my life, like, you know, like I said, exercising, breathing, really just expanding my lungs when I breathe, trying to inhale as deep as I can through my nostrils and blow out with my mouth and empty my lungs completely. It's just something that I started doing a while back when I was in prayer and meditating on what God was, how he was communicating with me, and taught me a lot of new things in my life this year, which have been really amazing. You know, if you guys are ever interested in it, if enough people want me to talk about it more, I'll share some things. But anyway, one of the things that he shared with me before the year 2023 is, you know, I asked him for a theme for my life during this year, and then I would share that theme with my audience here. And every year when he gives me a theme, he has a way of confirming it. He'll give me a Bible verse, but then he'll confirm it in the Old Testament with this thing I do. I'll share it with you guys in my next video, but it's just to briefly say, you know, there are rabbinical scholars that believe that when you compare the events in the book of Psalm with today, the book of, you know, the Psalms, well, like if you start in Psalm chapter 1, that represents the year 1901, the events that were taking place in 1901, or that would take place, preparation for it, and especially as Israel being a central theme, and then from there spreading out through the rest of the world, of course. And so far, the themes that he gives me and backing it up in those Psalms has been working, because today, you know, and today, since it's still 2023, Psalm 123 would represent the year 2023, right? Because Psalm 1 represents 1901. If this is true, I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm just saying if it's true. So Psalm 1 would be 1901. Psalm 50 would be 1950. Psalm 99 would be 1999. So Psalm 100 would represent the year 2000. And then when we go to Psalm 123, it would be 2023. And this in 2023, before I even see, I don't go to the Psalms and look for answers first. I honestly, it kind of doesn't even enter my mind. I ask him for a theme for the year. He gives it to me clear, almost like I just see these words going through my mind, like as if they were moving in a movie screen or something like that, where these words just kind of go through I can see it in my mind's eye. And the year of unveiling, that it would be a great unveiling. That's what he gave me for the year 2023. Back in 2022, he gave me that word. And it has definitely been a year of great unveiling, with more than you can imagine. I mean, through the scriptures, yes, identity, who you are in Christ, that's what I've been really trying to stick to. But I mean, there are things in politics, religion, media. There are things that are being unveiled more and more. And then, you know, entertainment, of course, Hollywood, music and film industry. There's so many things that have been unveiled. People that you that are put in place of power, things about them being unveiled, right? And there's all kinds of stuff happening, and that not just in that. What about with UFOs, right? Unidentified flying objects. What about that? Have you been paying attention to what has been being unveiled about those things more and more? And how about the cryptid stuff? Even if you guys don't believe in that, but you know, there's plenty of people that do, and they keep up with that stuff. And by the way, that stuff is in the Bible, all throughout the Bible. It's amazing. And what about those things, right? I don't know how many of you listen to a channel called The Facts by How to Hunt. a man named Steve something. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name. I think it starts with an I, but I can't remember how to pronounce it. But he's got an amazing channel. And Facts by How to Hunt, the Facts by How to Hunt. I've been keeping up with his stuff for a little while now, and he shares emails from his viewers, their experiences with what is called the Sabe or the Sasquatch, or what you might know as Bigfoot. And not just that, there's other things too, but like the Dog Man, the Rake, and all these different things that people have experienced. And Steve himself had an experience with seeing a Sasquatch in the woods, and changed his life forever. And he's a truth. He seeks truth, right? And he even talks about stuff that's going on in the world today politically and all that kind of stuff too. You know, he's very careful about the way he communicates, but I appreciate people like him that are not afraid to share what they believe to be is the truth, what they know, what they've experienced, and how they see things, like myself, being a former Jehovah's Witness. You know, I came out of that thing, and I wasn't afraid to talk to others and share my reasons why coming out and such like that. And maybe that life isn't something that has affected other people out there. So for them, it's might not be real, but then there's others like myself that lived in that kind of cult, and for us it was very, very real, life-changing experience for sure, right? So a lot has been unveiled about these beings and who they are, where they come from. I don't think that's really been clarified yet, but you know, he did interview a woman named Dr. Melba Ketchum, and I listened to it, and it was over 3 hours, and it was the most, wow, I was just blown away by this interview. And she studied the DNA of these beings, okay, and they have human part to their DNA. That's on the mother side of these creatures, and then on the father's side it is an unknown father, and that's what they have so far. But anyway, Dr. Melba Ketchum, she's a really amazing woman, and she's actually seen these beings, and they have communicated with her in the way that they do. So I pay attention to a whole bunch of different things that interest me, fascinate me. I've had quite a few experiences in that realm myself, with a lot of things actually. Something in the ocean, plenty of things in the sky I've seen, and even I mean it was so fast, but I remember seeing a very large something as I was coming from Arizona into California few years ago. I think it was 2020 or so, right around there. I was coming from these very, very high mountains in California, or from Arizona, getting into California. And when I started to travel downward, you know, from the mountains, the high elevation, kind of going down toward California, still in the high mountains, but just the elevation started lowering. I noticed to the left of me, I was on a freeway called the 8 freeway, and I was traveling from east going west, which is toward San Diego. And to the left of me, I saw a pasture, a field, and there were cows in the field. And it was just starting to become evening time. And to the right of me for some reason. I mean, I'm looking at these cows, but something turns my attention to my right for some reason. And there was something kneeling down like the catcher does behind a batter in a baseball game. And it was kneeling kind of like that. And it was next to a big pile of which looked like tree branches, but stacked really high. And this thing was kneeling and was as high as that stack, and it was stacked really high. And it looked like it was about 5 feet wide at the shoulders. And if it would have been standing, I don't know, 8.5, maybe 9 feet. Anyway, it was so fast that I saw it, but my memory took a snapshot of it, and it's in there forever. But the thing I saw in the ocean, I was with my mom's sister when I was a little boy. We were in La Jolla, if you know where La Jolla is here in San Diego. And we were at this beach where these seals come in. Seals like to come in and lay out at this beach. It's kind of like a little cove, and there's a little bridge, a little old brick bridge that kind of goes around into this cove. And my aunt took me out there, and we climbed up on this rock that was in the water, and she was picking shells off the rock. I think they were like abalone shells or something. And anyway, right in front of us, we were on this rock, and right in front of us, something came out of the water with a really long neck, and it was chewing on seagrass. It had a long neck, and when I was a little boy, I thought it was some kind of water giraffe or something, you know, and it was chewing on the seagrass, and kind of liked, I think it looked to the right, left, maybe right again, and then it went back under the water. And my aunt, you know, she was from Germany, so she was yelling something to my family in Germany. We were running over to them where they were at the beach. They didn't see it. They weren't near us. But nobody really believed us, right? They thought it was, we mistook what we saw, because what we saw is probably, I don't know if I ever heard of the Loch Ness Monster yet at that time, but I did afterward. And the weird thing is, I was very fascinated with the Loch Ness Monster because I had seen something like what people say they seen with the Loch Ness Monster, except the difference with what I saw. I remember these two antenna-looking things on top of its head. Just these two little, I mean, antenna things. I'm calling them antenna things. Kind of like, you know, is that the snail's eyeballs that come out of its head, or those antenna-looking things? But it wasn't super long like a snail, but it had two things on top of its head. And the pictures of the Loch Ness Monster I saw didn't have those that I know of, you know? So who knows? But anyway, I think they are called plesiosaurs is what they're known as. But they're still around because I saw it in our ocean there. And years later, found out, you know, they discovered that there is a trench, a canyon in our ocean here in San Diego, near to where I was, in fact. And that canyon goes super deep below sea level. So who knows what's living in the depths of those waters and comes up for air or whatever it needs to do once in a while. I don't know. But anyway, it did, and we saw it at that moment, and it was amazing. And so when we got home, my parents separated my Aunt Mary and I into two separate rooms. My Aunt Mary is no longer here. She died a very faithful Jehovah's Witness. I didn't get to speak to her before she died because I had left the Jehovah's Witnesses religion, and I lost, you know, no relatives ever spoke to me again. I was 30 years old the last time I ever spoke to my grandmother, and she was 94 years old at the time, and I have no idea. I mean, I'm assuming she's not here anymore, you know, but it was on my biological dad's side, his mom, and he died when I was 22 years old. I only met him once, except for when I was a baby, of course, but my only memory of him is when I'm 22 years old, and he had contacted me, said he wanted to meet me before he died, said he had been diagnosed with cancer, so he had 6 months to live, and he died exactly 6 months after he said he was diagnosed, you know. So his mom, my grandmother, she you know, she liked me. I mean, I saw her only once in a great while, but didn't spend a whole lot of time with her in my life. But she was a very devout Jehovah's Witness. And yeah, when she found out that I was no longer going to be one, that was it. She told me she could never talk to me again. And so I have no idea what happened to her. And I suppose if I wanted to do a bunch of research, I could find out. But you know, these things are part of my past, and they're memories, of course. But getting back to my aunt, anyway, I'm sorry about that little tangent. Just sometimes things come flooding back. So my parents, when we got home from the beach, my Aunt Mary, who is from Germany, she, you know, she spoke really well English, but she also was fluent in German. And she wasn't born and raised in Germany. My mom and her mom were from Germany, and when they were little girls, they lived out there for a little while. But they were both born, I believe, in San Diego. I think my mom's older sister was born in San Diego, but she eventually moved her way back to Germany and married and had a family and all that out there. So anyway, she'd come to visit us every once in a while and stay with us, you know, a couple weeks or so, maybe a month at the most. And she loved going to our beaches, and La Jolla was her favorite beach to go to. And so after this experience in La Jolla, we got home, and my parents separated my aunt and I into 2 different rooms. And now my Aunt Mary and I are both artists. You know, she was an artist, and I am an artist as well. And so my parents separated us into 2 different rooms and gave us paper to draw on, and told us to draw what we saw. Let's see if our pictures match. And when time was up and we came out of the bedrooms, we both had drawn the same exact thing. And it was definitely what you would think is what they call the Loch Ness Monster, but it honestly didn't look like a monster. You know, it didn't have big, jagged, gnarly fang teeth or anything like that. I don't remember its teeth, but it was just chewing on seagrass. So that was it. And it wasn't scary to me or anything, but it was real, and we saw it. And that's a memory of mine. But anyway, like I said, you know, there's things I believe, and I believe the scriptures. And I also believe a lot of what the book of Enoch, what I've read so far. I mean, face it, a whole bunch of people in the Bible quoted Enoch, including Jesus Christ himself. You know, Jude quotes Enoch, Peter quotes Enoch, Paul quotes Enoch, Jesus quotes Enoch. And in the book of Enoch, it's a whole bunch of, you talk about cryptid things. Cryptid means the hidden or secret things, hidden. So when you have a year of unveiling, it means the things that are hidden, it's being unveiled, it's coming, you're starting to see, right? That's what God gave me the word lo and behold in 2023. He told me it was going to be a year of unveiling, and then I go to Psalm 123 later. I'm like, okay, let's see if unveiling is in there. And I'm looking up all the Hebrew, what the words mean, and then the English word behold comes up, and there's 2 Hebrew words for the word, what we call behold. There's hen, just like a chicken hen, H-E-N, and then there's hineh, H-I-N-N-E-H, I believe is how it's spelled, hineh. And they both mean lo and behold. Lo is short for look. Behold is see what has been unveiled. So look, see what has been unveiled. So he backed it up through the Psalms. And so when he gave me the word unveiling, and then I go to Psalm later and I see behold in there, a simple word, but It's look and behold, see what has been unveiled to you, which was once hidden is now unveiled. And it was confirmation. And then, and so that's why a lot of things this year have been, the unveiling has been coming true. Oh, there's Luna. Sorry, we haven't been paying much attention to her. She's just digging. She's digging in a little gopher hole or something right there. Having her fun. But anyway, yeah. She probably thinks I'm talking to her the whole time. Boy, that guy won't shut up. He talks a lot. I think I'm gonna dig in a hole right now. So anyhow, I don't know what I pressed on my phone. I hope that didn't interrupt anything. So when I asked the Lord about the year 2024, and I think I did it right around August or something of this year, and right around there, what's coming up? And no comparison instantly went into my mind. I saw the words no comparison. And that's interesting. And so then I look up a couple scriptures in the Bible that he takes me to, some things in the New Testament about comparing, people comparing one another, comparing yourselves to others, and the disciples fighting over who's the greatest and such. And I'm like, wow, there's a whole bunch of stuff about comparing, yourselves to people, especially when you look at Bible characters. You might compare yourself to, like, for instance, the prodigal son. I'm the prodigal son. And you might have seen yourself as the prodigal son, and that story you identify with. But, the one thing about comparing yourself with the prodigal son is it's not really truly your identity anyway. Your true identity is Christ in you. So if you're supposed to compare yourself to anybody in that story, maybe the Father, right? Really, it's a mindset. We're trying to get our mind set on who we are, instead of keep on setting our minds on who we're not. Maybe we once were that prodigal story, but when you receive Christ in you, you got to see yourself in him, right? We see ourselves as Peter, going for it, like getting out of the boat and going for it. I think I'm going to walk on water. And he went for it, but he started to sink. And we identify with that so well. So many of us do, right? Well, that's our soul realm. But, we're trying to get our minds into who we are in the spirit realm, right? And like I said, your identity is in Christ, Christ in you. That's it, one with his spirit. So now, instead of comparing yourself to Peter or even the prodigal son, compare yourself to Jesus. Jesus was the one that was walking across the waters in the dark, dark, dark. He was above it, walking across it. You got to see yourself in him. You understand? So why do well, isn't that comparing yourself with him? Well, no, you as he is, so are you. It's not a comparison. It's a reflection of who you truly are. You don't compare yourself to the guy in the mirror you're looking at or the girl in the mirror. You don't compare yourself to that other person. The mirror is a reflection of you. And that's how you're supposed to see yourself in Christ. Honestly, it's a new covenant, you guys. It truly is. And so, as far as Christ goes, there is no comparison. So why would we compare ourselves with others when we have the uncomparable one living inside of us? And that's what leads to 2024. And he gives me some scriptures. And then I go into the book of Psalms. And you look at 124, which, according to the rabbinical, scholars, that would represent the year 2024. And I'm like, whoa. I read it over and over again, and I didn't find anything about no comparison. So I thought. And then it's like the Lord, since this is the year 2023 and this is the great unveiling, he took the veil off of my eyes, and I saw the whole thing is about no comparison. And I will share it with you guys in the next video. Anyway, that's it. I don't want to drag this too long. I know you guys have plans and stuff, so I hope you all have a great 2023, I'm going to just be hanging out with this one. It's going to be only Luna and Uncle Mike tonight hanging together. And we'll be sober. And we're going to feel really good. And she's going to get a whole bunch of attention from me and a whole lot of love. And I get that from her in return. It's pretty amazing. And she loves watching people, doggies. She just freezes in time when she sees people going by, especially if they have doggies. So anyway, we're going to get going. It's been a great year, you guys. Thank you so much to all of you that have been a part of this for so long, and to the new ones even that have joined up, that have subbed to me. Thank you. This thing's not about glorifying me or me trying to become a famous person or anything. I'm just passionate about what he shares with me, and so in return I share it with you guys. And I really wish I could do a better job of it, but I'm developing, time under tension, right? Time under tension. And I have plenty of tension, but it's not bad. It's in a good way, because he has helped me to see things more and more clearly about why we go through these struggles in life and why so much resistance against us and such. But anyway, I just bathed her, and look at her. She's getting super dirty. Look at what she's doing. Getting dirt all over her after I bathed her. Whatever. Maybe you'll get another bath. Maybe she'll get another bath. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you so much for your support in every way. You guys know who you are. So many of you reach out to me and encouraging words, lots of prayer requests. And I know I don't share it a lot. I don't want to sound like a guy that's trying to look at what I do when I pray for people and how amazing healings happen and stuff like that, But I hear a lot of amazing testimonies from you guys. Just blows me away. I mean, even recently somebody asked me to pray that their cat will come home because their cat was missing, and they were worried and thought the cat was gone. And okay, I got the email. I lifted that kitty up in prayer the way I do, and then I get another email that look who was here. Look who we found. Look who came home. And it was pretty fast results, And there's a lot of you that have reached out to me too, praying about things, and who knows, maybe the results aren't exactly how you want to see them yet, or anything. I'm sure that happens too, but I still have faith that that healing will manifest and deliverance in whatever way you need. And also, I wanted to thank those of you who give to me every month. There's some people that send me financial gifts. I never ask for that kind of stuff, but you guys know who you are, and I thank you for that as well. It's really humbling, honestly, super humbling, to tell you the truth. So anyway, I love you guys. It's been an amazing 2023, and don't have any fear of 2024. Why is it going to be a year of no comparison? I don't know yet, you guys. I don't know. You think I'd have some more amazing prophetic word for you, but there's going to be something about no comparison. But I want you to remember, there's two ways to see this. There's not two different ways, like look at it this way or that way. No, look at both ways. Don't compare yourselves to others. You don't need to. You don't need to be the greatest. You don't need to be the lowliest. Don't compare. Don't compare yourself with what others have and you don't have, right? Don't envy their life and wish that yours was like them in any type of way, even looks. Don't do that. You have what you have looks wise, and enhancing whatever you do. I don't know, but just don't compare yourself. And the other thing is, why should you compare yourself to anybody when you have the one that is incomparable, Jesus Christ himself living inside of you? There's nothing compares to that. Nothing compares. It reminds me of the Sinead O'Connor song from years and years ago. Nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. Remember that? And that's what I'd like to say to the Lord. Lord, nothing compares. Nothing. No one compares to you. All right, you guys. Love you all. God bless you. Happy New Year's Eve to you. See you in 2024. Say bye, Luna. Hey, Luna, get your head out of there. Say goodbye. Bye-bye, everybody.